The sponge off sort of and jump in the elevator and join us here. It looked like, if you're reading your expression at the end of the match, it was more relief than anything else. To describe, your performance out there tonight.
It was okay. I got through. I'm still trying to find myself. I played some matches last week, but I'm certainly still short on match play this year. But I'm okay with having to defend another win. It's something. It's a good problem to have.
Describe what it's like to find yourself, because there's been a lot of clarity for you over the years in your career. This is a place at night you're very familiar with. You've won a lot of matches out here. What is it like to sort of have to find yourself as a new 29-year-old?
Well, you can look at it one of two ways. I mean, it's obviously difficult, but the last, I had 10 years of a clean bill of health, and the last year and a half has been dicey. So, I can complain about the year and a half, or be thankful for the 10 years before that. I'm just going to keep fighting is what I do. I don't really care if it's ugly. I'll try to get through.
You sit around and think about things like what's at stake for you this year at the US Open?
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, what's at stake is you go home if you lose. It's the same as everything else. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm in, championship form right now. That's for sure. But people have worked their way to tournaments before. I'll certainly get that opportunity. I'm happy to be through.
Other than the French, I think for years, a decade at least, you showed up at majors and presumably believing you could win, and rightfully so. Do you dial it back, or what's in your mind for this 2 weeks in New York?
Well, it doesn't matter, because I don't have to win the tournament tomorrow. I have to win my next match, and that's the way it works. Coming in, it's the shortest summer I've ever had in my career. To be honest, I didn't know if I was going to be able to play here when I got hurt earlier this summer. So it's all bonus for me right now. I just got to free up and work my way into this thing.
You find yourself in search. Does that happen on the court sometimes? There's a million people, a million voices, a lot of money, ESPN telling you how you should play, you shouldn't do this, you should do that. Are you searching, or is it clear for you?
Well, I'm convinced being a tennis analyst is the easiest job in the world, because whatever the person does, if it works, you just say that's what's good, and if it doesn't work, you guys just go, you should have done the other thing. So, I'm pretty convinced that I could be a tennis analyst when I'm done.
Well, I know you could. You could be a hell of a tennis analyst, but it's not going to be for your future.
Well, yeah, it just doesn't take much thought. If I'm grinding and I'm winning, you guys are like, you guys are like, he's reinvented himself. And if I'm playing like crap and pushing, then it's he's horrible and needs to hit the ball. So, everyone's an expert, but I'm better than most of them have been.
You're kind enough to take the form here and use it very well. There you go.
Hey, you guys can take it too,
We've got Andy Roddick. We'll see him back here against the youngster from Nebraska. Sounds familiar, Jack Sock, in the second round. Andy, we appreciate it. Take care. Thanks.
All right.